way down to Big Cedar Lodge, and when we get there, give you guys a little tour of the roads. Don't know if we'll get out today. It'll depend on how busy it is after we get there, but cruising down the road right now, and we'll see what it's like after we get there. This time of the year is always hit and miss. After spending 5 years working at our theme park around here and everything, you just like never know from day to day. It's something that I have really learned after all those years of being out there in the entertainment industry around here. It's very hard to know what a place is going to be like, and they are gearing up for some more events. I know that they were talking about some more events possibly happening over at Thunder Ridge Arena and things along those lines. You see a lot of this around here too. There's an ambulance coming up on the other side of the road right there. Seems like we've been having a lot more wrecks lately. A lot more wrecks lately than what we really are used to accounting for from year in, year out. There's actually a wreck up the road from my house the other day. Girl rolled her SUV over about 3 times just down the road from my house, literally about 100 feet away from my house. So guys, if you're coming here, be careful. A lot of people get here, they get in a hurry. If you're coming to Branson, make sure that you're coming here and you're taking your time, especially if you're up on the strip and stuff though, because people are getting up there, they're cutting people off, and then they wonder how come they get fender benders. So just keep in mind as you continue that, guys. And as we come up here on this turn that'll take us towards Big Cedar, they added this roundabout up here, and you're going to talk about things that cause wrecks. These roundabouts up here, like, you'll see what I'm talking about if we get up here. This one isn't as bad as some of the other ones, but my goodness, you talk about a disaster like waiting to happen. We got another one down there in front of the hospital, and the running joke always was between me and my uncle and everything was, well, with all the wrecks they have right there, at least they only have to carry him to the hospital, because guys, these roundabouts cause more wrecks and cause more trouble than anything that I've ever seen. If you understand like what I mean, and I've actually driven through, and if you look it up online, it's out in California, I believe it is, but they have like roundabouts that are like ridiculous. I mean, you go and you end up, it's like 20 like roundabouts in one. If you look over there, that is Top of the Rock, another Johnny Moore's property. You actually have to pay to go in there to eat and everything, guys. So, and I believe you got to pay to go in there now, but you can drive through like a nature area. There's also Dogwood Canyon and all kinds of other really neat things that you can actually go and see down in there. We're doing a lot of construction over here, as you can see by this guy in front of me. A lot of road work going on and a lot of equipment being moved. So again, guys, if you come in here, just be careful whenever you come out here and start driving. Do some exploring, show you guys around down in here. Big Cedar is one of the highlight points of being in Branson, and something that people really enjoy being at. So once we get down in here, it's a decent little drive. We turned off the road there, been about a couple miles back now. My mom used to work out here years ago, so know my way around out here pretty decent. So we'll see after we get down here how busy it is. This time of the year, kids going back to school now, it shouldn't be very busy. But for those of you who've never been here before, this is owned by Johnny Morris, the same guy that actually owns Bass Pro Shops. So if you've ever been to Bass Pro, then you've done business with the same company that owns Big Cedar Lodge out here. And as we're coming down the hill here, the lake, as you can see, is out there in the distance. If you go all the way down here to the bottom, which is where we're going to head first, that is where the boat ramps are and the lake, and a lot of people frequent that area down there. It's a nice little place to go down there and go for some walks as well. And there is one of Big Cedar's shuttles right there. If you guys ever stay out here, those shuttles will take you around and will actually take you to the airport. If you fly in, they'll go pick you up and do all kinds of other things. This building up here is a big activities building center. There's a lot of things to be done out here, guys. They built a whole other section out here. You see Fun Mountain is what that's called. There's all kinds of cabins and condo style log cabins out here. The whole deal is kind of outdoors theme, because that's what Johnny Morris really shoots for, is the outdoors theme. Over here to my left is the Wilderness Club. If we went to the right back there, it is actually the boat parking. Got to be careful driving through here. Right there is the Wilderness Club, which is actually timeshares. And the piece of advice, guys, stay away from timeshares. And if they offer you some free cards, they say it's going to be like $75 or $100 in Bass Pro gift cards, don't take them to come out here for that, because they will push you and push you and push you until you end up buying that timeshare. Anybody that's had a timeshare before can tell you that timeshares are a huge scam, and they're definitely something that you don't want to be dealing with. But as you can see, as we continue down in here, it takes up a lot of space down in here, and Johnny Morris has actually bought up a lot more property. And over here to my left, there's actually a lot of cabins and everything just sitting right there for people to stay in these cabins. And that's the other thing too, guys. If you do that timeshare tour, don't believe everything they show you on the timeshare, because they'll show you a big wide open cabin, and in reality the cabin is not wide open at all. They only give you a little section of about a fourth of that cabin for you staying there. Now if you do the timeshare deal, if you're somebody that absolutely loves timeshares and want to get in on it just to do the free gift cards, then by all means you can do it. Go down in there, and you actually can have the option of getting a condo in town, or you have an option doing some more building out there. It looks like they're building some more cabins or some houses out there. Everything down in here is not owned by Johnny Morris, even though a lot of it is. You're used to it being flat with no curves. You come down through here, you definitely got to be careful, guys. It's a highly curvy section going through here. We're still on our way down here to the lake, and if you have noticed yet, we've been driving for the last, I don't know, 10 minutes or so getting down in here. I didn't start this video right whenever I started off down in here, but there's definitely a lot of fun things to do down in here. And that is one of the big highlights of Branson, is we do have the Tri-Lakes. That's why we're in the Tri-Lakes area. 3 different lakes to go to. Taneycomo's got some really great trout. Table Rock's got some really good bass. I don't really fish bull shoals a whole lot, but it is definitely something that you would definitely enjoy as well. You just got to make sure that you have all the proper permits for that. As you can see, if you go right here, no lake access. There's a lot of that down in here. So guys, if you do that, just be aware that not everywhere that you go is going to give you lake access. I'm going to go down in here and turn around right now. It can get really confusing, guys, as you're going down in here, so just make sure that you are being respectful of people's property and you're not driving into people's grass. If you do have to turn around, I see people do that all the time. I know some people who own some property down in here, and that's just one thing that drives them absolutely crazy, is you come down in here and people start backing in. They start trying to back over like your grass, and they start trying to do everything like that, then it just gets worse and worse, and nobody wants your yard tore up. I don't think you would want anybody driving through your yard as well. So keep all that in mind, guys. I took a little bit of a detour there. I'm just circling around right now. A lot of these will circle around and you can get back out on the other side, guys. So like right up here is where we made that left. Now we're gonna go back up here and make another left up here. You'll see a lot of these houses through here for sale, a lot of for sale signs going on through here. I've actually checked the prices and actually looked into buying a house out this way, but they're all considered like lakefront property. So you can imagine the price tag that is on something like that. That lakefront property is definitely not cheap. Coming down here, guys, as you can see right there, there's another big Cedar Lodge shuttle coming out of there, the Wilderness Club, and they'll come through here. Sometimes they'll come flying up through here. This is another point right here, Paradise Point. That's another section of Johnny Morris's deal right there. All this is part of Big Cedar. It's just scattered out through here because Johnny Morris owns pieces of the property, and that's how they built it, and then he's acquired more of it since then. There's a huge amphitheater just up the road that they have concerts. We've had big concerts out here. Luke Bryan's been there, Garth Brooks was there, Morgan Wallen was there. They just keep adding more and more. They're trying to get Taylor Swift to come there. Just all kinds of crazy. It seats like 18,000 people. They upped it, and it was a rumor deal that it was supposed to seat 50,000 people initially, but that was just a rumor, and they upped it from 10,000 to 8,000 more seats, so 18,000 people can go out there. That is one of the perks, I understand it though. If you work for Bass Pro, if you work for Big Cedar, then you do get to get into those concerts for free, and the artists will do an extra show because they usually do a couple shows, or if they're only doing one, if it's a smaller artist, then you do get into that for free, pending that you're not actually working and everything. Two biggest employers in Branson, Hershon Family Entertainment and Johnny Morris's companies, which I don't really know what that's called under his Wildlife Conservation Agency company or whatever you want to call it, but definitely does good. But a lot of people always say, what's he gonna do, build like more golf courses, because he has a huge golf course and stuff over, actually a couple of different courses that you can go play, and just up the road as well. And they hold a huge tournament out there as well, and it's actually a celebrity tournament. We've had Mark Wahlberg, Justin Timberlake, Luke Combs. They all came down and played in it, and it was definitely an interesting ordeal. That lady back there was beekeeping. She was getting the honey out of her combs back there for fresh, like raw honey. Don't see that very often, but definitely a cool, like, little procedure. I'd have stopped, but I didn't want bees getting in here, and she was doing her job pretty well back there. Even if all you're doing, guys, is coming to Branson and like you want to drive around, you'll get some pretty good views out here. This time of the year, though, everything's really grown up, so not exactly the most ideal time of the year in order to see everything. But if you come back in the wintertime, and a lot of people come see the lights, they see the strip, they see everything like lit up, kind of like a mini Vegas in a way. So they also do the Trail of Lights over at Shepherd of the Hills, which is a fantastic little light show, and they just keep making it bigger and bigger every year. I was actually talking to a guy who actually is up in the management there the other day, and he said, yeah, that's their plan, is they're just like want to keep up bigger and bigger. And we are right next to the lake right now, guys. You probably can't see it through these trees over here, but right down there below us is a river that flows through off of the lake. We're back up here now, guys, and heading towards the actual Big Cedar Park. Like I said, it's spread out throughout here, but the main part of Big Cedar is actually right up here. So we came back up here to it, see, and there you got plenty of signage up here saying slow, stop ahead, and there is another shuttle. They are running like crazy today. And if you get up here, guys, and you see right here on this sign, it'll tell you right there. I need to clean my windshield. You guys probably can't see that, but registration, boat ramp, and top of the rock. You can go either way that you want to right here. Wait on this car. Actually got some deer grazing over here to my left. All motorcycles, boats, and buses. Drive down in here. Be really careful, guys, if you're driving down in here, because these are some crooked turns, but it's one way in and you got another way going out, so you don't have to worry about it too much about anybody. If you met somebody on this road though, and if they were going the wrong way, you would definitely be in trouble. This would definitely not be a road that if they were coming up the wrong way, you would not want to meet anybody on at all. Or if you were towing something. That's why that sign back there said all boats, buses, RVs this way, or anybody towing anything. Got some of these hairpin turns, I don't think you'd fare too well trying to make it through here towing a camper or anything along those lines, which they do not have camper parking out here. So Spring Crossing, dead slow. There was one spring, and we're fixing to go through the second one right here. Alright guys, so we're walking around and we're on foot, and if you look over here, there's a shop down there that you can buy everything that you need to buy. There's the registration desk. You're staying out here, and there's other really nice little buildings out here. There's a custard shop over there. Get your ice cream fix in. But we're gonna walk up here to this little church and kind of go get our steps in right now. So the Truman Cottage is where you can get your Truman Cafe and custard. So a little cafe in there. Go this way towards the swimming hole. Come out here, guys. You couldn't ask for a more beautiful day than what it is right now for us. Look out there, you can see that cabin out there. You find these cabins in the most odd places sometimes. Down there is the lake. Down below, so I don't know if you guys can see that. The lake's down there right beneath us right now. And you see goofy stuff like this all the time too, guys. 12.5 miles an hour. Make sure that you're doing that 12.5 miles an hour. Make sure that you're not cheating and doing 13, because you'd hate to get that ticket half mile over the speed limit. You gotta be careful coming through here. Over here to my left up the hill though, guys. If you're staying out here, there's miniature golf. It's a fun little time up there. Make sure that you ask though, whenever you call, ask them like what all is included in your stay, because some things are included, some things you have to pay extra for. So You just got to make sure, because you don't want to get out here, think something was included, and have to shell out extra money. And it happens, guys. Happens a lot. More eatery areas, and Devil's Pool is where my mom worked, but she worked out here. She worked out here in the kitchen years and years ago, back when I was in school, like the first, second grade years and everything. So, been quite a while. There's that little chapel we drove by earlier, what I said I was heading towards. There she is right there. And the waterway over the road that we drove through, both of them is just right there. We didn't really come that far, all told. If you look dead ahead, you guys haven't noticed yet, it's all cabin style themed with big old windows, just the way it is. For those who want to walk or drive through the water zone, it's not as deep as it looks. It looked way worse than what it did. But yep, this is what we drove through, overflowing off it like a waterfall. You guys have not been to Bass Pro or anything, guys, go check them out, because they have the indoor aquarium, the Wonders of Wildlife up at Springfield. Fantastic place. Again, it's all owned by Johnny Morris. It's all part of the same foundation, corporation, whatever you want to call it. So he owns Big Cedar, he owns Bass Pro. They're actually on Cabela's now. A lot of people didn't actually realize that Cabela's got bought out, but yeah, they're actually owned by Bass Pro Shops now. And a lot of people have some contradicting views on that. They say Cabela's kind of went downhill after that, but teach their own. I try to do the least amount of shopping at Bass Pro, because it's sort of like they don't exactly have the best prices. And guys, if you come out here, a piece of advice, if you are staying at Big Cedar, try not to eat out here. You can eat out here some, but go to town, because if you eat out here, it will break you. It really will. Prices were expensive. Prices were more than ridiculous years ago. I mean, it was like a breakfast platter that you could have delivered to your cabin. Back when we moved away and we came out here and stayed one time, was like $65 for like some pancakes and like a platter for like 3 people or something. I mean, it was high back then, it's high now. Back when my mom worked out there, a burger, just a plain old burger, like the most basic thing on the menu was like $10, $12. And this is back when hamburgers were, you know, you go out and get one for $5. The whole meal I'm talking about. So definitely got to watch that. Definitely got to watch the tourist trap. Definitely got to watch the town. And it's a beautiful area to come stay. But unless if you got some money to dump into it, guys, I really suggest that you wait and you do this as kind of a splurge type deal. And then you can save a lot more money by staying in town. But this is a nice area to come out here and visit. But you got to hit it at the right time of the year, because hitting this in the dead heart of summer, it's so busy, it's so overcrowded. just like everything else in town. Let's think about a tourist town. So, coming to Branson and you want to see Big Cedar and think, hey, I'm gonna go out there and see it, see if it is a place I'd like to stay, then by all means. I know I gave you guys a lot of this tour with driving around, but some of the parking lots I came up on were extremely full, so it was really hard to get into some of them, and I don't want to be anybody's way that's actually staying out here or anything, so I had to be cautious. Same thing whenever I got down to the bottom of the lake. A lot of boats out on the water today, and that's been happening a lot here lately, actually. So if you guys want to come out here and check out Big Cedar, do it. If you haven't checked out Bass Pro Shops, go do that. One of my favorite places, especially the one up in Springfield, has the wonders of wildlife. That's actually the best part about the whole experience. And I am in no way endorsed by Johnny Morris or Bass Pro Shops or anything, guys, but I'm just saying, well, nature is a wonderful thing, and we should take care of it and strive and preserve and do everything that we can so it's around for a long time to come. God bless each and every one of you, and thank you for watching today's video. And if you guys have any questions about Big Cedar or the Branson area, shoot them down in the comments down below, and I'll be more than happy to answer that. I know my way around Branson extremely well. I know a lot of things to do, and I've done everything there is to do in town probably about 20 or 30 times over. So, and some suggestions on food if you're wondering about that for bigger groups of people. With all that being said, though, guys, I truly appreciate you guys watching all of our videos. There'll be a lot more exploration videos coming in the future. This one was just simple to do, and I was already down here today. I actually know some people who actually work for Big Cedar, who used to work for that theme park, which I worked for. So guys, thank you for watching today's video. I hope you guys are doing well out there, and I know things aren't looking too good right now, guys, but keep the faith and things will get better. God bless each and every one of you. I'm Jared with John Exploration and Discovery. Subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss any of our weekly uploads. Thank you for watching General Exploration and Discovery.